welcome back to my channel. I'm Zanae. I know I'm not even gonna have I have an apology, but what's really the point? Because y'all already know my consistency with these videos are trash. And I don't know if they're gonna get any better, but I'm gonna try. I promise. I'm going to try. It's like I feel like I say that every time I make a video, you know? And it's just so old at this point. Like, girl, give it a rest already. But as you can tell by the caption, I am going to be, telling y'all the white people who I would invite to my cookout. And just for just so everyone knows, this is my opinion. Like, I'm not here to shame anybody or leave anybody out, but this is just for fun. Literally, like, it came to my mind and I thought, why not? I thought it would be pretty interesting, especially if like other people tell me who they would, add, or why they would add them, or the reason why you would have like an additive to the person I added. But anyways, I'm also going to be doing my makeup with this, so don't let me get you distracted, or don't let me get distracted with this. So for starters, I have Drew Barrymore on my invite to the cookout list, and the reason for that is because she's an iconic redhead. Like, I love Drew Barrymore. She's just, for one, she's just very versatile with like her acting skills, and I think that she just portrays a very empathetic human, someone that not just white women can relate to, but a lady that all women can relate to. And if I'm being so honest, I love E.T. I love Drew Barrymore. I loved her in E.T., even though they didn't show her that much in it, but she was great. She's a great actor to me. From then up until all the way up until 50 First Dates. Like, I love her. And I just love redheads, but she's definitely my number one to invite. Well, I don't want to say number one because there's no particular order, but she's definitely one person I would invite to the cookout, okay? Number two, Adam Sandler. Yeah, Adam Sandler. I love Adam Sandler. I honestly grew up on Adam Sandler. My mom, I believe she loved Adam Sandler too. Like, she had me watch all his movies. We would watch them together, all the way from like Little Nicky up into up until Big Daddy, So, sorry, don't be alarmed. My light just died, so yeah, we're working with what we got right now. But anyways, as I was saying, Adam Sandler for sure would be my other bring to the cookout person, because my mom, like, we grew up on him low key. We would always like talk about the movies he would do and just laugh at them all together. And he just seems like a very genuine person, like, even from like how he dresses. Like, he's not very flashy like every other celebrity. He's very just like modern. It is what it is. Like, I love his I don't give a fuck personality. But with that personality, he also seems very kind. So I would definitely say Adam Sandler. I also just love his voice. Like, it's so unique. It's very unique. Yeah. So Adam Sandler. Next, I would say Leonardo DiCaprio. And yeah, it's not a 21 and over party. Just kidding. But it is a cookout anyways. But yeah, I would say Leonardo DiCaprio because, number one, duh, it's Leonardo DiCaprio. If you know, you know. but he is actually a really good philanthropist to me. He helps with the environment a lot. He donates to a lot of different nonprofits, charities. He goes back to like Africa and helps with a lot of the community out there, you know, women and children who need it. Um, he's also done the 11th hour. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that, but when I saw him doing the 11th hour, I honestly fell in love with it because it just shows that like he sees the problems that I as well see on the earth. Like it's just very traumatic right now, and it doesn't seem like we're doing enough to where it can get better, and we're just demolishing like everything God has created for us. So that's like a personal one for me, Leonardo DiCaprio, because of what he does in the field, not like because of his acting skills, but they definitely are a plus. Okay, I mean, have you seen Wolf of Wall Street? But yeah, Leonardo DiCaprio, he does a really great job with like just showcasing how we need to preserve the earth. And yeah, he just seems like a really good human being, very down to earth. And I personally, that's a topic that I'm very sensitive about, like preserving life on earth, no matter what it is, like just keeping our biodiversity healthy, keeping it going for future generations, whether we are here or not. But yeah, so my second one would be Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves because first off, can we just Hardball. Can we just start with Hardball? Rest in peace, G baby. If you know, you know. You might be a little too young. I don't know. Maybe not. But Keanu Reeves, because he also does some really great things in like donating to nonprofits and charities and organizations, but he does it under the radar. Like you would never know who would donate so and so amount of money to a certain organization, because he's not like a person who's like gonna put his name out there. You know, he's very undercover with what he does. So I do like that. He just really seems like a genuine person. Very intentional with what he does, including like the movies. So like I was talking about Hardball earlier, and not to say it wasn't the start of his career, but it was definitely a peak moment, I think, in the Black community, because he showed that he, you know, can be intentional with roles like that. You know, give a sense of reality in those sort of roles. And although he's an actor, I don't think you can fake that. You know, you can act, but I don't think you can fake it. Don't scold me, because I'm a mess. But anyways, he's also a really great philanthropist. He helps a lot with like the wildlife organizations, donates to those. And like I said, like you would never know that he does it. But yeah, so that's definitely another one that I would I would bring to the cookout. For my fourth one, is it the fourth? No, fifth. My fifth one, I would definitely say Matthew McConaughey. Why? Because he's a great actor overall. He's been doing it since before I was born. And I don't know if you guys have ever seen that movie A Time to Kill with Samuel L. Jackson, but I think anybody that could work with Samuel L. Jackson as a white actor, top tier. If I'm being honest, because he is someone I think who puts his personality out there, and you're gonna either like it or you don't. Like, you get going. But I think there are two really great personalities that went well in that movie. And I just think that he showed a very huge perspective on reality, and he did a great role in that, and it shaped him into the great person he is today. He's also been very active in like the Black community. He's I'm like trying to do my makeup and I'm so distracted. but he's been very active in the Black community, if you ask me. From engaging with conversations with like the NFL player Emmanuel, and they had a conversation on his series, Uncomfortable Conversations with Black Men, and it was basically about like you know, racial tendencies, and I think it was a really good conversation. If I'm being honest, I didn't watch all of it, but I am after this video. And I highly recommend anyone else to go watch it, just because I think it was a pretty good conversation so far where I did get to. But yeah, I definitely look up to Matthew McConaughey for that, because how many white men do you know are going to go onto a Black platform and discuss racial racism in the Black community or in reality in general? There's not a lot. There have been a few actually, but there's not a lot. So I like that about Matthew McConaughey. So yeah, he can definitely be invited to my cookout. He just also seems like a really great guy overall, you know? Like, it's tough to find someone that seems very real with what they do. And he's definitely one of them that I think is real. And what they do, when they say things, how they say things, and who they surround themselves with. Next one is Angelina Jolie. And Angelina Jolie, because I love her as an actress. Growing up, I think she was very relatable, you know, like I feel like for one, she's a beautiful woman. Two, she's a great actress and mother, from the outside looking in. She's also done many advocacies for the Black community, through humanitarian efforts, financial donations, public advocacy, all while raising an African American daughter. Amen, Angelina Jolie. Amen. She's definitely one that I would say we must keep covered. And by that I do mean with God. Like she's one of them ones, if you ask me. And honestly, I just love everything like she's done. It's very intentional. From obviously Mr. and Mrs. Smith to Changeling up until that movie Wanted, like just very, all have meanings, all very great movies. All very great movies. The next one I would say is Sandra Bullock. And honestly, I love Sandra Bullock. Growing up, me and my mom always watched Miss Congeniality. And me and my best friend, we always, Miss Congeniality and Miss Congeniality 2. Those were me and my mom's movies. Like, we could watch those over and over and over again. I remember she would be like, "Oh, what's the name? Miss Congeniality is on." I'm like, "Oh, here I come." But yeah. Also, me and my best friend, we would watch Practical Magic with her. And what's the other movie? Oh, A Time to Kill. She was also in A Time to Kill with Matthew McConaughey and Samuel Jackson, and she did phenomenal in her role. Again, I think that was very intentional, very just, it just spoke volumes if you've seen it, you know? It's sad, it's really, really sad, but it's, I'm gonna cry just thinking about it, but it's reality. It's reality. Sandra Bullock, not only has she raised 2 Black children, but she advocates for the Black community and the issues we face as Black people, because her children are obviously going to face those growing up. Fun fact though, did you know that she played a huge role and helped organize the Martin Luther King Jr. Youth Rally in Nebraska? and made significant contributes. And if you know Sandra Bullock, she got that money on, okay? I mean, let's just say, I don't know, but I know. Like I said, when I was younger, me and my mom watched Miss Congeniality. So she got her own old money, if you ask me. Dude, me and my friend are just going to a bar. Like, I'm not trying to do a whole full face, you know. I'm trying to be a little, you know, not look so trash. But anyways, yeah, so that's what I would say about Sandra Bullock. She is definitely invited to my cookout. The next one I would say is Julia Roberts. Why Julia Roberts? I would say Julia Roberts because, for one, Pretty Woman was my mother's favorite movie, and she made me love it because it is a really good movie. And not Sandra Bullock, but Julia Roberts did an amazing job, as she always does. But her family is actually really close, or was really close, with Martin Luther King Jr. and Coretta Scott King. Um, Before Julia Roberts was born, apparently, MLK and Coretta, MLK Jr. and Coretta, had like their kids that they needed to go to school. So Julia Roberts' parents owned like a acting school or art school, and they asked the Roberts, Coretta and MLK Jr. asked the Roberts if their kids could attend. And then, being great people, obviously acknowledged them with open arms. Like, they let their kids attend the school. And so when Julia Roberts was born, her parents apparently had just a hard time with their bills. And MLK and his wife took care of that for them because of, well, you know, letting their kids go to their school. And I just think that was something very, very emotional, you know, at the time, especially during segregated times. And to find someone like that throughout all of that was just very rare. And I don't know, but from what I hear from my grandmother and other family members throughout the time, it wasn't easy to find a white person that was going to help you in a situation like that. Um, but yeah, and I think that is what community is all about. Well, I also wanted to say Mackenzie Scott, just because of, you know, her contributions to the Black community, to all HBCUs. Can't leave her out whatsoever. She's definitely invited to the cookout. I hope you liked this video, and if not, sorry. But let me know if there is anything you guys would want to see more. Like, did I leave someone out? Who would you, let me know who you would add to your cookout list. Or is there something that I should know about someone that I put on my cookout list that I didn't add in there? Yeah, I would love to know. But yeah, this is the finished look. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, night, wherever you are. And stay blessed. If you guys liked the video, maybe I'll do one on like Black people we shouldn't invite to the cookout. Stay tuned for that.